Well, today I have Casa Torano in what looks to be a Churchill. $3.50. I got this about almost a month ago. I've had it sitting in my humidor, but heavy veins in this thing. This one's like a less glamorous looking Casa Torano here. It's old too. I think even the writing's worn off a little on the band right there. But it's got a nice mild hay-like texture. My hands smell like oil, so like scented oil. So it's clouding my judgment a little bit. I smell like a hay and barnyard. Pretty much a hay barnyard. That's really it right now. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to do a regular cut on it because I want to see how it performs. You know, I like to see some cigars I like doing a punch to, but others I like to just do a regular cut. Just a slice of the cap came out. That's what it looks like right here. Relight has a lot of resistance. Maybe that's just the start of the smoke and it'll get better, but there's a lot of resistance on this cigar here. Snug, a little fruity, and hay, barnyard hay sweetness and sweet creamy hay. Let's light it up. See how it is, huh? Let's see how this comes along here, huh? Tastes good. I like it. So far, so good. The resistance turns out is just right. Just took 2 matches to light this, it looks like. Unless that needs to be lit. I don't think so. I think it's good. Very nice, creamy finish. Smooth as hell. It reminds me of why I like Casa Torano. Yummy. This is good. This is a good smoke. I enjoy it. Looks like it has a nice even burn also. It might get a little bitter as it goes, but right now it's a nice classic tobacco flavor that I like. Retrohale, a nice sweet creamy finish. Indeed. With nuts, nice roasted nuts. Little fruit, little dried fruit. It's just got a nice creamy profile. I'll come back at the end of the first third, see how it develops. Here's something quick I wanted to point out. The band is a little uneven right here. It's not really a big deal to me, but it might be to some people. That band is just uneven right there. Then again, I don't know. This looks to be their original cigar. You know, it's burning good right now, but it looks to be their original. That looks like an oil spot right there. It's from age. It's an aged cigar, and I just wanted to point out That wrap is so gold. That's how old this cigar is, and it was just $3.50. But yeah, the wrap, the label rather, is a little crooked. Alright, about 25 minutes in, and I am probably at the first third at this point. End of the first third. That ash is nice multicolored, but it's also solidified. Like there's no pieces coming out the ends. This is like a log-filled cigar. With just a few imperfections, but the flavor is just like anything else. That's great and premium. This is a good stick for the money. Casa Torano. It's not fancy wrapped. The label's a little crooked on here, as I illustrated. But it burns even. I had not had to do anything to it. Other than rest it, because I might be puffing on it so much because it's so good. Trying to dry this up a little bit here, so it's not as moist. And I'm going to draw again. 1 minute without drawing since I turned the camera on. Probably 2 or 3 minutes since I took a draw. But now I'm going to take a draw. It tastes like a sugary, candy-like, almost like Smarties and candy corn mixed with hay and creaminess and nuts. Yeah, it tastes like sweet candy, but with nuts and everything, and a good flavor. It's burning nice and even. That's a great burn right there. That's a very good burn. Retrohale full of sweetness. Maybe a tiny bit of dried fruit even. With the sweetness, with the candy corn and the Smarties and all that. And there it goes. Dropped. So I will come back probably past the halfway point and see how this develops. That point. Right now, I am about 45 minutes in approximately. Close to that, I should say. Maybe not quite, but close to 45, between the 40-45 minute mark. And one thing I noticed was when I tested the ash consistency, it felt very dense. It didn't feel as powdery as I would expect. You know, like if you feel the dense ash, sometimes you feel it like kind of more like sandpaper than what I would think, than like total powder that's soft like velvet. It's more like sandpaper than it is like that. It's kind of something feel. It's grainy. But the feel of the cigar indicates that it would be a powdery type of an ash, but it isn't. I know it's technical stuff when you smoke and you think of those things sometimes. But very good flavor still. It's holding up nicely. It's facing a rough spot with the vein coming in. It's the burn is even, but the vein is kind of making the ash tilt more, if that makes sense. The way it's drawing. Flavors are still the same, like a creamy, mashed potato-y, fruity nuttiness right now with Barnyard. Just a creamy, nice, sweet flavor at this point. Maybe a little of those candied flavors that I mentioned, but it's more a buttery sweetness. right now. A little oily for a mild natural. That ash is holding on, and I took some good draws. It's nice all the way around right there. This is like I'm smoking a Fuente or something. With just a little more imperfection to it. But flavor-wise, it's definitely top of the line and very close. There's a little bit of bitterness, but not too much that it overpowers a cigar. It's a very mild smoke. It's mild. It's not going to even really hit you or touch you that badly. You know, and the extra age on it does not hurt. That's what the wrapper looked like that it came in. And people for years haven't bought them all. That's what's amazing. They let them sit there. You know, or if they sold a box, they let one box. They're doing something, you know. And they're neglecting these cigars, and then they become aged really good, you know. So that being said, I'm gonna go. I'll probably come back with a nub and let you know what's going on. Hour or more. This is a long smoke. It's got that snug draw to where it's tight, but it's built up a lot of moisture in here, I've noticed, to where it's affecting the taste of the cigar at this point. Like, I can taste all the good flavors, but with the bittery coffee ground earthiness swooping in with a bunch of humidity stored in the rest of this, because it stored a lot of moisture from all the previous drawing that I did, and now it's all stored in this last third of it. It's stored right in here with some oiliness coming out. It's very oily, like for something that's natural. It's got some oils and it's a little shiny here, but there's a lot of moisture inside of this right now. The smoke output indicates it. The taste is like a citrusy, nutty, coffee ground earth at this point. Like if those candy flavors turned to citrus skin, like an orange skin, or like an orange tangerine skin, like you're eating that. You know, mixed with nuts, coffee grounds, and earth at this point. With some creaminess left over from the rest of the flavors. Retro Hill with that buttery candy mashed potato taste and nuts. That's the Retro Hill. Not too much pepper in here. Not a lot of pepper in this cigar, really. It's more sugar than pepper. I better tell you, I don't really taste a lot of black pepper. I don't taste a lot. Maybe a little white pepper that I forgot to add. Yeah, there's some white pepper in here for sure. On top of all those other flavors. White pepper, nuttiness, coffee ground earth, a little tangerine taste from the skin. Tangerine skins. But with the nice aged flavor also popping up between the harshness. So, it's a good cigar. I recommend pick it up and try it. See what you think of it, if there's any still around. I probably have a dated cigar that you're probably not going to see in stores many places. Alright, this is the end of the review. I'm shutting it off. I think I covered a lot on this. Look at that. It's almost like there's that oil on the wrapper that made this the color that it is. Right there, a coppery gold, like that, like those Brahms candy or whatever they call those things with the yellow wrapper on it. A little bit of that taste as well. So, It's like a real dyed golden oil in here. Oh, the natural wrapper. Alright, I've analyzed this so much. I'm gonna go, but you get the idea. Signing out today. Smoking Giovanni signing out on Casa Torano Natural and Churchill Traditional.